Hello and welcome to Cardio Kickboxing with me, Kirsty. Focus of today's class is going to be on kicking combos. We're also going to learn a new move, the hook kick, to add to our repertoire. As the moves we're going to be doing are a little bit hip intense, we are going to take a few moments first to just thoroughly stretch and warm up into the hips and hip flexors. So please make sure you have a mat handy. Before we get started with our workout, let's do a little warm up. We're going to start hands up, jogging on the spot. And then we're going to start punching up to the ceiling, alternating arms, going for 20. And we're going to take it to the side for some knee strikes. Taking it back to the center for some punches. And going over to the other side for those knee strikes again. Coming back to the center, we're going to crisscross and go into the squat. On your last one, stay down, add some punches. Coming back to center, we're going to get our knees nice and high. And then we're going to alternate lunging back 5 times each leg. Last one. Coming back to center, adding a squat and a cross crunch. Hands up, jogging on the spot. And then we're going to start punching up to the ceiling, alternating arms, going for 20. And we're going to take it to the side for some knee strikes. Taking it back to the center for some punches. And going over to the other side for those knee strikes again. Coming back to the center, we're going to crisscross and go into the squat. On your last one, stay down, add some punches. Coming back to center, we're going to get our knees nice and high. And then we're going to alternate lunging back 5 times each leg. Last one. Coming back to center, adding a squat and a cross crunch. In order to get those kicks nice and high, we need to make sure that we have really flexible hips. So a good hip stretch routine is very important if you want to improve your kickboxing skills. We're going to get started in a low lunge. We're going to step forward 1 foot. We're going to check the distance from that knee to the ankle, that the knee is not extending past the toes. If it looks like this, take that foot a little bit forward. So you want a 90-degree bend in the knee. If you have sensitive knees, you are welcome to roll your mat over in half to pad your support knee, just to make it a little bit more comfortable. From here, make sure the hips are squaring off. We're going to lunge forward, and you want to squeeze that back glute. So you're going to feel it into the left hip flexor, right in the front of that thigh. We're going to push our weight backwards, go onto the heel of the front foot, fold from the hips, drop down fingertips to the floor, working into the back of our extended front leg. Lunging forward again, pressing the hips down to the mat, and lunging back, going onto the heel, folding from the hips, got 3 more of these. So our last one, we're going to add a bit of a hold here. So we're going to hold each for 20 seconds. Shifting the weight back, folding from the hips. And switching legs. Checking that distance, aligning the hips to the front, lunging forward, squeezing the back glute. Press the hips back, fold from the waist over that front leg. And press down into the front foot, squeeze the back glute. Three more. Going into that last one, adding that 20-second hold. And shifting weight to the back, straightening into that front leg. Here, bringing both knees together and coming down into a seated position, drawing the soles of the feet towards each other. I'm going to draw the feet in towards the groin, interlace the fingers, and grab around those toes. From here, we're going to work those knees down and up, making little flutter movements in our butterfly pose. We're going to take the feet out a little bit further in front of us. Straightening up through the spine, fold from the hips once again, holding onto those toes and trying to place the elbows onto the shins to press those knees down towards the floor. You are going to feel this a little bit higher into the groin now. Make sure that you're pulling the chest through, squeezing shoulder blades together, not rounding into the back. I'm going to move those feet forward one more time. Sitting up straight, folding from the hips and releasing ourselves through the arms, pressing shoulders back and down, elbows into the shins. Coming back up, I'm going to take one leg to the back, keep one leg where it is, so the legs are making 2 90-degree angles. From here, one hand in the center, one hand to the side. We're going to lift up that back leg. So trying to keep your center, your balance in the center rather than pushing all your weight to the outside. Squeeze and lift up that leg. Got another 7. I'm going to switch sides. So getting that 90-degree bend in each leg, stabilizing with the hands and lifting and squeezing that back leg. Bring both legs straight, give them a little shake. Sit up nice and straight, fold from the hips and rest that head down towards the floor. As we come up, bending into right leg, placing that foot flat, drawing it in towards the body, reach those arms forward. Switching side, sliding left foot up, bringing it close to the body, sitting nice and tall, and then reaching forward with those arms. can take a quick sip of water and get ready for our combos. We're going to start our combos with our axe kick. Our axe kick is the kick that goes across the body and down, and it's a really good way to get your opponent's hands down. So with our axe kick, you can do it from the front leg or from the back leg. You're going to take that leg across the body, arc out, and you would aim to hit your opponent with the heel of your foot. So you'll drive that foot down at a diagonal. It'll look like this. If I was doing it from the front, do the same thing. Still go across and down. This is a really good way of getting those hips warm before we start with our hook punches. We're going to start with 10 on our front leg, 10 on our back leg, and then we're going to add some punches into that combo. So we're going to shift the weight back, take that leg diagonally, across and down. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. From the back leg now, 1. Take it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. We're going to add some punches into that. So we're going to start with a axe kick on the front leg, follow that with a double jab cross, and then we're going to do an axe kick with the back leg. So the whole combo will look like this. Let's get started. And 1, axe, jab, cross, axe, step it back. 2, axe, jab, cross, axe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. And let's switch sides. Starting with that front leg again. Axe, jab, cross, axe. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. In this next combo, we're going to take a look at the roundhouse kick. The roundhouse kick heavily relies on your standing foot rotating out so that you can get your hip towards your opponent, and it's almost a cross between a side kick and a front kick. With our roundhouse kick, our knee still comes up towards our opponent, except when we kick, we use the front of our foot. So you want to make sure that you're pointing those toes down, and we're aiming for our opponent's side of their body. So we'd still be facing our opponent, we'd lift our knee up, and then we'd swivel on that back foot to rotate our hip towards the opponent, kick, and bring it back. We're going to start with 5 with our front leg low, and then we're going to try and get those kicks a little bit higher as we warm up. So with the roundhouse, make sure you're shifting all the weights onto the back foot, knee comes up, back foot is going to turn, and as that back foot turns, front foot kicks and comes back down. Let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting to get a little bit higher if you feel warm enough. And 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gonna take that over to the other side, same thing. Let's shift the weight to the back foot. Gonna bring that front knee up, rotate on the back foot, kick, bring it down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting it a little bit higher. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For our next roundhouse combo, we're going to add a dummy kick. So a dummy kick is a fake kick just to draw your opponent's attention elsewhere so that they are open. for attack. So we're going to take our kick low, come back to center, and then take it up high. So it's going to look a little bit quicker when we do it. We're going to do a quick down and up. So you're not going to bring that foot down to the floor in between unless you're struggling with balance. Then you'll tap and bring it higher. So we're aiming anywhere from the knee to the shin with that first kick. Keeping it down, bringing the knee up, rotating on that back foot, and getting the leg nice and high. And let's go. Dummy kick, lift, proper kick. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Switching over to the other side, just doing a practice run first, doing our dummy kick without bringing the leg down, kicking it up. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to take those two combos with our axe kick and our roundhouse, and we're going to combine them into one super combo, which is going to look like this. We're going to start with our axe, double punch, then we're going to go from the back leg, dummy, up. Okay, so axe kick front leg, jab, cross, and as you're doing that cross, use the momentum to bring that back leg down and then up. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's axe, jab, cross, dummy, roundhouse. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last on the side, 10, and switching sides. Starting with that axe, jab, cross, dummy, roundhouse. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. By now those hips should be nicely warmed up for our hook kick. So our hook kick is almost a combo of our side kick and our roundhouse, except we go across our opponent's body and then double back. So let me show you what I mean as I explain it. Our hook kick starts off as if we're going to do a roundhouse, except we go across our opponent and we hook them on the way back, which is where it gets its name. So it's quite a deceptive move. It almost looks like you've missed your opponent and they think they're nice and safe, and then all of a sudden that foot comes back and hits them. So I'll show you again from the side. I'm going to go across, I'm going to hook and sweep. So to learn that movement, all we're going to do for now is we're going to lift the leg up, we're going to turn the back foot 45 degrees, and we're going to hook our foot towards our bum. And lifting up, tilting the hips, hooking. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Going over to the other side. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now
trying to do it with a little bit more momentum. We're going to add our cross kick, and as we pull that foot back, we're adding our hook kick. So it's going to look like this. Okay, let's try this. Shift the weight to the back foot. Knee comes up. We almost do our roundhouse and we sweep that leg back. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switching over to the other side. Shift the weight. Kick it across. Pull it back. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. For our last combo round, we're going to look at how to turn one kick into another mid kick. We're going to start off with a front kick, but instead of putting that leg down, we're going to turn that foot out to the side, and we're going to turn it into a hook kick. So it'll look like this. You're doing it quicker. So make sure that you don't lock that back leg, that you always have a slight bend in that knee. We're going to start off by shifting the weight back. Front leg comes up, we kick, but without putting it down, we flip the back foot. Knee is now facing away from our opponent, and we add that hook kick that we just learned. And let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Over to the other side. Starting with the front kick, turning on the back leg, turning it into a hook. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.